Good morning, students. I hope your week has been wonderful. I'm sorry that I can't be there with you today. I'm at another event to talk to people about the work my team and I are doing in West Africa, which is what I'm also here to talk to you about. As you know, our Girls on the Run team donated all of the funds that they raised to support my cultural arts project in Guinea, West Africa. Miss Marsh and Miss Ekman's homeroom this year are also fundraising to build a well in the same community where this project is. I'd like to take a few moments to talk to you about what the project is and why it's important. First, let's travel to Guinea, West Africa. Let's take a walk down the road to the school property. The initial construction on the land that we purchased last year just began this past January. As you can see by the pictures, we have a lot of work to do. Our compound wall is almost finished. We also need to finish building our well. Once these two key elements are completed, we will be able to begin constructing our facilities, housing, classrooms, and stage, as well as purchasing instruments and student transportation. Before any official construction could begin, local cultural and religious practices required that we host a ceremony for the blessing of the land. Once the ceremony was complete, work immediately began, and the first batch of concrete was poured. Thank you for traveling out to Soissons-Six with me to check out our progress on the construction. Let's head back into the city now to see what's inspired our work. The vision for our Cultural Arts Academy was created by master drummer Fode Lavia Camara. In 2016, Fode went home to Guinea for the first time in many years and was surprised to see how much it had changed. Since the 1970s and 80s, the world outside of Africa became highly interested in bringing West African musicians and dancers into the Western world to enjoy and learn about this beautiful culture. Traveling out of Africa for work was a huge opportunity, not only for the much broader exposure, but also for the money that the artists were able to earn and send home to their families and communities. However, a negative consequence of this was that many of the top artists left their home countries. You might ask yourself why this is such a big deal. Why can't new generations just learn the music and become professional artists too? This music has a much deeper meaning, rooted in the heritage and history of the people that it comes from. Entire oral traditions and histories are passed down through this music, dance, and ceremony. The value of this knowledge cannot be obtained simply through learning how to play an instrument, but it must be passed on from generation to generation. Now, as Fode observed on his return home, there's a major generational gap. Our goal with Baibi Cultural Arts Academy is to create a place for artists to come back to Guinea where they can reinvigorate the foundational historical and cultural knowledge that is traditionally passed on through the generations. All hasn't been lost, and there are still many highly talented artists in West Africa, but not enough. We want to shrink the knowledge gap that is currently growing. Furthermore, Bayebia Cultural Arts Academy is also going to be a major positive change for the community in which it is being built. We are building a new well in the community and eventually creating access to electricity, computers, and the internet. And none of this is possible without all of us working together. We appreciate the support of our communities here, such as you all, my Globe family, to help make a difference in Ghanaian communities and for an entire young generation of Ghanaian students and artists.